Hi, I'm David Leedy, and welcome to Notes in 9, Episode 5, 8.5.1. It's all about the developers. Or I'd like to say, how do you like us now, admins? Okay, before we get started here, we're going to have a quick disclaimer. We're going to be talking about pre-release code, and there are no guarantees from IBM that any functionality presented or discussed will be in the final shipping product. This is beta code, and everything is still subject to change. Okay, so where do we begin? Where do we begin? Oh yes, the iPhone. Yeah, I almost forgot all about that. Um, 851 gives us an improved version of Traveler, which gives us native support for the iPhone. Finally, so this is what we've been wanting to. They've given us the web interface before, and that's good, but it's not the same as having a native app. So now Traveler is going to give us native syncing of the email, contacts, and calendars. We're going to get the ability for an administrator to remote wipe a phone in case it gets lost or falls on the wrong hands. The email is going to be push email, and we get a really nice, easy web-based setup that the users can just navigate to a website to. They can configure their iPhone. They log into it with their credentials, click the install button, and it installs a profile on their iPhone, and they're good to go. And it's just that easy. So the Traveler server must be 851, and this is going to be your facing server that the users would need to have access to. But, and this is a big but, the email can be on a different server, even an older version server. So, I mean, that's awesome. That you can have your environment the way you want it, and you're not forced to upgrade every server right away to take care of these advantages. On the phone, you can only have one active sync session allowed. So if you're going to do this with the Traveler, the iPhone, this is, I think, an iPhone limitation. It only supports one active sync session at a time. The push mail will eat more battery life than just having pull mail, where you set to pull every hour or something like that. But again, that's subject to any push mail. This is not really Traveler. This is just the push mail keeps us a kind of like connection going, and that's going to take more battery life. Um, and let's keep in mind that Traveler does support other phones instead of the iPhone. I believe some Nokia phones are going to be coming with this Traveler client installed already on it. I believe the Windows mobile phones are supported, but it's really all about the iPhone. Okay, so now I want to talk about Domino Designer, and first to the people who actually are writing Domino Designer and giving us this tool, um, thank you. Seriously, this is good work. I hope I speak for at least a couple other developers as saying that we really appreciate the effort, because a lot of effort has gone into it. What do I want to kind of highlight today here? I want to just talk about working sets. I think are much improved. The Lotus script editor, and I was thinking of putting this up like 3 or 4 or 20 times because we're actually getting the Lotus script editor, but I wanted to be a little more subtle than that. Comments. There's a new like commenting system in the Lotus script editor that helps you add comments, and overall the whole thing is faster. So let's go to the demo. Okay, so the first thing I want to kind of show everybody is working sets. I think they've been improved greatly. Over here in Domino Designer, you can see a list of databases, and we have the concept of working sets. Now this isn't new yet, but we can click on a working set and group our databases together, and see see whichever one we want to work with. We can do multiples at a time and get more databases on there, take them on and off. But what has been improved is the Manage Working Sets feature. So what we can do is we can create a new working set, call it Test 2, and we can add some databases to it. But look what we have here. This is a little expanded of an information window. We can see the file name, we can see the server, we can sort by file name, we can sort by server, we can sort by title. We can add an application, from our servers. Um, So it seems to be a lot nicer and a lot more controllable to get the databases where you want them to be. So that's a nice little benefit. So let me just go back to here. Okay, now in the working set, if you look here, you can see a little X. Well, what does that X mean? That X means there's a problem. So let's drill down and find out where this problem is. Problem is in an agent. Okay, and that's the first thing is one, it's highlighting you the problems as they happen, and then the second is in this new Lotus script editor, which you can see on the screen now, is you can actually save the code even if it doesn't compile. So if you're running behind at the end of the day and you've got some code that just isn't working and you want to get back to it tomorrow, you don't have to go through it remming lines out anymore. You can just save it as is and then pick it up tomorrow. So that is a really nice feature. But the best feature of all, of course, is this Lotus script editor. I mean, look at this. You've got some different colors here. You've got some our little items on the side like we had before, but watch this. Doc dot. Here's all our methods for the document class. We get the little help next to it with a little description and what it's looking for, right where we need to see it. Very, very easy to get to. But it also works for custom classes. And look at this. This is a custom class that I mocked up here. And I can see the get activities. I can see the get contacts. I can see my help in it. I can see the description. Uh, I can see here's a property for I can set and get. It's great. I mean, how long has it been since we've wanted that kind of power in our editor? Let's look at this. Let's look at this custom class. So it's sorted in alphabetical order. We can see the functions. We can see the properties. We can see the subroutine. And as we navigate through here, it gets us right to where we need to be for coding purposes. It doesn't get much better than that. Okay, so let's look at a couple other things quick. In the Lotus script editor, you have the ability to set comment templates and even code templates. So let's see how that works here. If we come down here and do. Okay, so I created a brand new function, and what happened here? It automatically built a comment block that I can come down. Now I can come in and put a little description in here. But here's an error handling block based on a open log. So that's already in there for me. So there's no excuse now not to have error trapping. There never was before, but now it just makes it even easier. Let's see how that looks. So if we right click and go to preferences, there's a preference for the Lotus script editor. Here's code templates. So you can put in whatever kind of common block that you might want for error trapping, or if you want to always just have variables declared like your session and your database and document, or even a loop. Now I just copied this code template, to these things, and here's the comment template. And you can have different variables here of element type and the database name if you're interested in that kind of thing. The year, the time, and that's going to always be there for your new elements through this automatically include comments in a new element, and it just is designed to help you out. So this is the new Lotus script editor. We've been waiting forever for it, and it's finally about to appear, and it seems like it's been worth the wait. Okay, so there you have it. We looked at the Lotus script editor. We looked at the coming iPhone and Lotus Traveler integration, and that's just scratching the surface. If you want to get a hold of me, my contact information is right here. Thank you for your time.